stage. Can we have a big applause for Mr. Rohan? Thank you so much, sir, for being over here
No, pleasure is mine.
for the year's premier marathon in this beautiful city.
First of all, good afternoon, everyone. It's really wonderful to be back here, in association and partnership with A6 for the Tata Mumbai Marathon. I've had a great partnership with the A6 for a long period of time, and to be really honest, for someone who spends 10, 12 hours on a footwear and constantly traveling the world and
Men of both talent and conscience, a woman who is multi-talented like no one else and used her powerful voice to catalyze change. Please welcome Miss Gul Panag. Can we have a big applause for Miss Gul Panag on stage?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you so much for being over here. So, tell me, how are you feeling as we announce new merchandise for Tata Mumbai Marathon?
I'm very excited to be here and I'm very grateful to A6 and for making sure that I'm here today as somebody who's been running the Mumbai Marathon for years. In fact, I ran the inaugural Mumbai Marathon in 2004. So, 24 will be the 20th Mumbai Marathon for me.
That's a really long time. Thank you so much. And please, can we have a bigger applause for all these dignitaries on stage? And I request both of you to please be seated. So, Rohan, you have been an A6 brand athlete since long. What has been the highlight of your association?
I think for me, the design and technology part for A6, I think makes a huge part of this journey. And to beat it, the comfort of the shoes, the clothing, at the end of the day, you need to be comfortable when you're playing a sport or just in general. You need to feel comfortable out there. And I think that is the number one thing when I got associated with A6 and I tried the shoes on, before I tried the clothes and everything, because for me that was the next factor. So, and immediately I felt the comfort of the shoes, and over the years, the design, the technology, everything has gotten so much better and so advanced. I think it's just, I'm just happy to still be part of A6 and really happy with the association.
So, it's all advanced, it's advanced and very comfortable for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So A6 has been recognized for their research and development and a preferred choice for athletes globally. What are your thoughts on the rising love for the brand amongst Indian athletes?
I think the number one thing is that they're aware of what quality A6 brings in, and I think that is a significant part in performance as well for all these young players. Not only to just go out there and work hard and do well in their sport, but also get the right kind of apparel, footwear, everything. And I think A6 has made that difference. I know there's tennis player Sumit Nagal who's also part of A6, and now really happy with that. Every time he sees me, he keeps asking me so many questions about the footwear and constantly trying to find out what is best out there. And I think now he's extremely happy. So young guys, a lot of them, and a lot of the not only tennis but other athletes also have really, I think, enjoyed after picking up the A6 apparel or footwear, and that's a great sign.
So yeah, that's also mouth publicity. Like people, all the athletes are experiencing the comfort with A6, and that's why it's gaining interest among all the athletes over here. So that was really great. And Gul, I'm sure good shoes are must-haves for everyone serious about their running performance. Gul, how does one choose what's best for them?
Well, I've been running in A6 long before A6 made their entry into India. I have a little anecdote. I walked almost an hour before Google Maps was a reality to locate a store in London to find a pair of shoes. And the store is now redundant. It was called the London Marathon Store. It was the mecca of where you could buy running shoes in London. This is about 15, 16 years ago. And that's how I discovered ASICS. Because I was advised by the store manager that, they made me run on the treadmill. They, of course, did not have the fancy technology that you have here in your store, which every ASICS store has, where they can measure the way your foot lands and then can tell you whether your foot pronates or doesn't, or what is the recommended shoe for you depending on your style of running. And I'm just grateful and glad that the running community in India today has this level of technology and support available. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, ASICS is the only brand in the country that does this. Every single store of theirs has this. And my next step is going to be to make sure I get my son's foot assessed. So, coming back to answer your question specifically, I think knowing how your foot strikes the ground is a really important part of choosing your shoe. The shoe that works for me may not work for Swati, who's here. Hello, how are you? So all of us have different styles of running in terms of the way our foot makes contact with the ground. And the best person to tell you what shoe to buy is your store professional, which again I'm happy to say, as somebody who's been a customer of ASICS, who's gone to ASICS stores and purchased merchandise, the staff is very well researched and very knowledgeable. So my advice to anybody out there looking for a shoe would be to come in and trust the store manager, because they have a pile of knowledge, and this is actually my first-hand experience. They're super knowledgeable. Allow them to suggest to you what is the best shoe for you.
So ASICS, it's not just limited to the size and style, but every individual's comfort and what suits them the best, right? Thank you so much. And so Gul, you are an inspiration for many looking up to their fitness game or even get started. What is your idea of a sound mind and sound body?
I'll start with the sound body because that's a lot easier to achieve. A sound body is one that, in my opinion, has the optimum balance of strength, endurance, and flexibility. And depending on what your goals in life are and your strength and fitness goals are, you choose to tweak endurance in favor of, say, strength or flexibility. So I try and balance my strength, my endurance, and my flexibility through running, resistance and strength training, and yoga. Now, a sound mind is a lot harder to achieve, and I've been very actively working on making my mind more sound for some years, because I think true fitness is when your mind and your body is in synchronicity and you feel good mentally as well as physically. And yes, I think it takes a lot of work. You've got to be cognizant that work needs to be put in first. So I think I've reached the first step where I'm aware that I need to put in some work in life to have a sounder mind, and I'm a work in progress. And like with physical fitness, sound mind and sound body is a work in progress. We're never going to achieve it, because the day we achieve it will be the downfall of our, whatever it is that we're trying to achieve. So as every athlete will tell you, it's always chasing a goal, and that goal is never really achieved as far as fitness is concerned, because it is a journey. The day you think you've achieved it is when you start stagnating. So I'm a work in progress when it comes to sound mind, and definitely when it comes to sound body, but I value both of them equally.
That's really great. Please, can we have a bigger applause for ambassadors over here? Thank you so much. And let's not, और समय को ना गवाते हुए, I'll please request Mr. Saurav and Anil on stage to unveil the official race day merchandise with Rohan and Gul over here.
अरे कैमरा दोस्त पीछे आ जाना ये सुधीर नीचे में आप थोड़ा पीछे आ जाना पीछे करो कैमरा ये सुधीर मैम थोड़ा शूज ऊपर यस गुलजी यहां गुलजी थोड़ा डाउन मैम Set it down, please, here.
Very nice. Yes, sir. Camera.
All of you, set it down, sir.
This side camera. Yeah. Mobile. Camera side.
सर शूज ऊपर की यस तुलसी थोड़ा सा और ऊपर यस फेस के नजदीक है मैं राइट ले रहा हूँ स्लाइटली ऊपर फेस के नजदीक यस वेट
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.